I told you invited on the show anytime, face to face. I'll come on all the smoke with y'all face to face. And the only thing that I'm going to say to Steven Jackson, Stacks, oh, I want you there. That's all I'm going to say. Now, in my face, tell me what you know about me. I can't wait. Don't go on social media, whatever. Invite me. I'll be there.
At this point, it's pretty obvious there's some real tension between Stephen A. Smith and Steven Jackson. Steven Jackson had already gone after Stephen A. over the Matt Barnes situation, and Stephen A. has now responded by calling Steven Jackson out himself. So yeah, whatever relationship these two had, this situation clearly has them on opposite sides.
Hey. Yeah, I got a lot of DMs. I saw what bro said. I'm a spam Stephen A, man. It's a lot I could say. It's a lot I know. I ain't gonna do that because, I don't get on like that. There's too many busters on social media jumping on there and just, gossiping like women. But Stephen A, I know. I know.
Steven Jackson's message was basically a warning to Stephen A. Smith. Don't push this any further because I know things about you that you might not want brought to light. And Stephen A. clearly decided he wasn't going to ignore it. So he went on his podcast and addressed the recent comments from both Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. We already covered Matt Barnes calling out Stephen A. and saying that the old version of Stephen A. Smith would have slapped the current version of himself. Barnes made it clear that he wasn't trying to disrespect Stephen A., but he wanted to point out that, in his view, Stephen A. has changed over the years.
The Stephen A. I met in Philly in 04-05 or 05-06 would slap the shit out of this dude. The dude he sees today, the OG would slap him.
Stephen A. eventually responded to those videos, and I want y'all to hear exactly what he had to say because he directly addressed Steven Jackson. Stephen A. basically said he would have no problem sitting down with Steven Jackson face to face, especially if Jackson believes he has some kind of information that Stephen A. doesn't know about. His message was essentially, don't try to hold something over my head. If you know something, then tell me what it is. So I want to play part of Stephen A. Smith's response to both Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, and then I'll come back afterward with some more commentary. Let's get into the clip. And if you're enjoying the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button because it really helps support the channel. I appreciate y'all.
This is for you. I appreciate that video. I found nothing disrespectful, not a single word about what you said. And you're absolutely right. We ain't gonna sit up there and include all the trolls and the wannabes and people that's just trying to get their name in the mix for clickbait. We don't need to do that. I appreciate your video. We disagree. But I want you to know that I didn't find a single word that you just uttered remotely disrespectful, like I found your initial one. I guess the way that I would start off responding to you is by saying, if you fuck with me, how come you didn't call me before you posted the original video?
So I just saw a video of Stephen A. Smith having an issue with LeBron on a golf course with a bunch of white boys, as he put it, talking about Memphis and how they should move to Nashville. And if you've been paying attention on social media, it's kind of a trending topic right now. I played in Memphis, got a lot of love for the city, but there's no doubt that the city needs to upgrade when it comes to its facilities for pro players. But Stephen A., you shouldn't have a problem with that. You're talking about his words and what they mean to the black community, but you've been the same man in front of the camera for the last handful of months, disrespecting Serena Williams, disrespecting Jasmine Crockett, disrespecting Kamala Harris, and tap dancing for the whole Republican Party, the whole white Republican Party. But you got an issue with LeBron talking about a trending topic, and his words carry weight, and he doesn't understand what his words can do to the black community. Do you understand the bullshit you're talking and what that can do to the black community? We all used to have a lot of love for you, bro, particularly Bink, because you looked out. But we're not going to forget the bullshit you on right now.
Because we could have had that conversation, and then you could have had context before you went out and said whatever it was that you wanted to say. I thought I was owed that courtesy by somebody I rock with, like you. But I get what you're saying, because I ain't a black man, I'm a brother. All these cats with their shows, I'm talking about current players. Do you notice they've never invited me on? You ever ask yourself why, Matt? If I'm so wrong, and I'm so effed up, and I've changed, and I've sold out, and I've done all of this, have you ever wondered why they haven't challenged me on a public platform in my face, thereby giving me an opportunity to respond directly to them? Have you ever noticed why they don't do that? When LeBron had the shop, I would have came on. If somebody else got their podcast, I'll come on. When have you known me to say no? I think it's real weak to talk about people and don't talk to them, especially when they ask you to do so. You know I don't run, dog. You know I don't hide. You ever wonder why they haven't called? Because it's one thing to talk shit on social media or your YouTube platform when I ain't around. It's another thing entirely to do that shit to my face when I get an opportunity to respond in real time. Yo, Stacks, I look forward to seeing you, dog. I look forward to it. Matter of fact, I can't wait. Sit down in front of my face. I know, you know I know. Really, I want to know. To my face. All I ask is for the chance to respond. That would be my definition of Christmas coming early. Or Valentine's Day, or Thanksgiving, or whatever holiday you want to utilize. Again, I'm here. I'll see y'all soon. Looking forward to it. I'm out.
So you can see there's a pretty clear difference in how Stephen A. Smith is handling Matt Barnes compared to Steven Jackson. With Matt, Stephen A. basically accepted the message, said there was no disrespect on his end, and made it clear that they were good. But when it comes to Steven Jackson, Stephen A. is clearly not brushing this one off. His issue is simple. If Steven Jackson is going to make a video suggesting he knows something about him, then Stephen A. wants to know exactly what that information is. He's even willing to show up face to face and have that conversation, basically telling Jackson, "I'm waiting for you to acknowledge what you said about me." Now we'll see whether Stack 5 actually responds to that challenge. Personally, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't, especially considering the history between these two, because Stephen A. Smith and Steven Jackson clearly aren't in the same place they used to be. I actually covered this about a year ago when Stephen A. publicly distanced himself from his friendship with Steven Jackson. The reason was that Jackson had started doing the same kind of thing Matt Barnes was doing, repeatedly criticizing Stephen A. over his personal opinions and the way he talked about certain players. Eventually, Stephen A. basically reached his breaking point and said he had never had a problem with Jackson, never went out of his way to attack him or cover his business, yet Jackson seemed to constantly have something negative to say whenever Stephen A. was involved. And that was when Stephen A. decided he was done with Steven Jackson.
But what he said about me when it came to Russell Westbrook really raked my nerves. He called me a snitch. Now, Steven Jackson, I could ask you, were you high? I don't give a that you don't want to with me no more. I apologize to everybody that don't like me using that language. I just want to say that.
From everything we've seen, I don't think Stephen A. Smith and Steven Jackson ever publicly worked things out after that. Remember, that clip was from roughly a year ago, and there hasn't really been anything showing that they actually squashed the beef. That's probably why Stephen A. felt comfortable coming back recently on Straight Shooter with Stephen A. Smith and directly calling Steven Jackson out again. So that's gonna wrap up today's video. Let me know what y'all think about this entire situation down in the comments because I definitely want to hear your perspective. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch y'all on the next one.